Little Rock, Arkansas, please make some noise for Josh Johnson!
I don't know if y'all heard, and I am not an expert. I'm still learning facts about what happened as it's happening, okay? But this whole like Signal group chat thing is one of the, it's truly one of the more insane stories I've seen in a while. Because look, let's be clear with one another, okay? I can only pass so much judgment because I'm not good with two things: phones and secrets. Don't tell me a secret. Don't. You know, I try to be a good friend, and sometimes being a good friend comes with people trusting you with their secrets, and I wish they wouldn't. I really wish they wouldn't, because okay, as an example, I have a friend who she went to Barbados, and I don't think she was drinking or anything, but they drive on the other side of the road and stuff, and she came back from that trip. I try to be a good friend. I asked her how her day's going. I asked her what her trip was like, you know, just inquiring about her life, trying to make a memory together. Oh, it wasn't so funny when I told you that story about ha ha ha, right? And so sure enough, I asked her how was the trip, and she looking shell shocked. She like, huh. I'm like, hey, you okay? What happened? And she was like, I was driving at night and I forgot which side of the road I was supposed to be on. I just felt a thump, and then I didn't know what to do, so I just kept driving, and now I just know that. Even if I wanted to turn her in, I don't know who to call or anything. I'm like, hey, anybody hit recently? By a woman driving on the wrong side of the road? And not only do I not know what to do with that, because I was trying to be a good friend, I was trying to listen, right? That was a mistake. Not only do I just know that now, but I just told all of you. Like, don't trust me with a secret. I'm also not great with phones. I'm really not. It's embarrassing. You know, I have Gen Z friends who look at me like I'm super old because I don't know what anything is. And then it doesn't help that anytime they helping me download a new app or get on a new game or something, I don't know what happens to you. I used to judge people that were older than me so hard, but I don't know what happens to you when a young person is showing you something and you just can't seem to keep your mouth closed. They're showing me how to do it, and I'm like, uh-huh. I'm not old enough for tongue yet, but that's coming, you know? I used to show my granddad stuff. He'd be like, oh. Ain't no way. And so they're showing me how to use stuff on my own phone, and I can't keep my mouth closed, so I know I'm not good with phones. Okay? I be handling my phone. You'd be ashamed of me. You saw me on a day with my phone, flashlight on half the time. Out here struggling, wondering why the battery died. They don't make them like they used to. They don't make them at all like these. I also talk about how they used to make phones. That's how I know I'm also getting older. I remember other phones. They don't make them like they used. That battery used to last through the full week. Meanwhile, I'm spotlighting my feet. Look like my feet are on patrol. No, it's insane. And so they're showing me stuff with the phone. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what Signal was. When I saw the story break and I saw that all of these higher-ups, all these people who are supposed to be handling sensitive information at all times, classified information at all times, were using Signal. They were using the Signal app. In my head, this is how bad it is. In my head, I was like, well, didn't the government isn't that the government app? Like, weren't they just using the government app? And then someone explained to me that Signal is just like American WhatsApp. And I was like, oh, that is bad. That is bad. I'm all for modernization, too. I'm all for keeping things as modern as possible and learning new stuff. I love when these Gen Z kids are, yeah, that is a loud one. I was trying to, I didn't know what would be ruder, you know what I mean? Like, because I almost said bless you, but then I was like gonna call attention to it, but y'all are like too polite. That is crazy. I was gonna try to talk a little louder, gloss over it and everything, but y'all really at home together. I think that's beautiful that y'all could be like in the mezzanine, bless you! Yeah. No, I genuinely, when they're showing me stuff, I really appreciate it. I enjoy learning new things and everything. Sometimes I'm intimidated by how much I don't know about a program, but baby steps, you learn stuff. And when I heard that they were doing all this stuff on Signal, I was like, maybe that's too modern. Whatever happened to a phone call? Do you know what I mean? In the movies, aren't they always on the phone doing this? Where they're like, yeah, strike. Like that. You get taken less seriously as a country when you over here calling bomb strikes with emojis. Do you know what I mean? When they make the movie of America Now and you're in it, you don't want to be in it going bloop, 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 bloop. Because everybody old, so they got the phone on loud, and so it's all the, you know, because you keep it on loud when you type in when you old and everything. I do anyway. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Way less badass than like, yes, okay. 1,600 hours, all right. Mission go. Like that's at least in that Top Gun Maverick world. Imagine, when I saw Top Gun Maverick, I was like, I get it now. I get it. A part of me was like, I get it. And Top Gun Maverick did a great job of like not saying which country they were killing people from or anything exactly. You know it's kind of Russian, but like, is it really? And then sure enough, John Hamm standing there. That last sequence. They about to fly off that mission. You worried about Tom Cruise and everything. It's like, hey, these kids are his responsibility, you know? You worried about Rooster. Is he gonna rise to the occasion, you know? He gonna feel his daddy's footsteps. And then John Hamm standing there, arms crossed, and he just goes, send them. That is wild. Imagine if that movie was just John Hamm being like, tick, 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 bloop. I'm sorry, I'm getting a call real quick. Oh, they got away. And so there's all the talk around it as well. It's so hard to understand any story that comes out now because the spin is as fast as we disseminate the information. You know? So as soon as we were even hearing about this, there were people that were like, actually, they leaked that on purpose. They added this journalist to the group chat on purpose so that they could look like such a cohesive administration, and then he would leak it, and then they'd be like, yeah, we all friends. Because if you're not familiar with what happened, there was a strike that was being planned in Yemen, right? And there's a journalist that accidentally got added to the group chat, and the people in the group chat are like J.D. Vance and some heads of like intelligence and Pete Hegseth and stuff like that. And no one at first was really owning up to who added him. We later find out that I'm pretty sure Walls added him, and it This journalist didn't even think that it was real. It was so dumb. When it happened, this dude, you know, I'm assuming, because he's also a bit older. No. And he said he didn't know it was real until they actually bombed Yemen. And then he, you know, comes forward with, hey, they sent me these plans. He had already left the group as well. When he realized, yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to be in the room. In the room like, oh. Let me go ahead and notify the right people. Because I've been added to a group chat before that wasn't supposed to be in. It happens, you know? You just type in these random numbers, add people to the chat. One time, I was chilling on Saturday. Because I'm also. Open it up, and it's just like 6 numbers and just one text. So they clearly just started it. And it says, you coming? I could have been a good person. I could have let them know, hey, everybody, wrong person in here. I don't recognize any of these numbers. I don't think y'all know me, but have a blessed day. But I didn't do that. That day, evil did win. And so, you know, you coming, we're waiting on you, right? And so I was like, trying to make up my mind. And then they text back in all caps, what? With an exclamation point and a question mark and an exclamation point. What? And I was like, yeah, I'm not sure about it. I don't know if I feel like it today. And they were like, we are all waiting on you. We're all waiting on you right now, right? And I was like, yeah, okay, let me get things together. And sure enough, I was watching TV and I forgot that I was doing this, so some time did pass. And finally I got another text. I was like, hello, all caps, question mark, question mark, question mark. So they mad. And I was like, oh, sorry, traffic. And they text back, traffic with a question mark. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy out here. they text back, aren't you upstairs? And admittedly, that was too big of a swing to take, you know? So I was like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm in traffic, like, in my mind. Like, I'm just... There's just too much going on right now. And they were like, come down here now, right? And then I text back, what if I don't feel like it? And then they text me, we've been waiting on you, only you, this entire time, and the wedding is in an hour and a half. And so I text back, I don't love him, right? And I see bubbles, right? I see the 3 bubbles going. That bubble is furious. It's disappearing a little bit, whoop, and then like coming right back. So in my head, they cursing me out, right? And then it finally comes through, and it's just 3 letters. It's, who? And I was like, okay, thank goodness. That was too big of a swing to take. I'm glad that I'm not the bride. And I still don't know who I am in the group. And so now I'm like, hey, because now I'm curious. Now I'm more curious than I am worried about being caught. And genuinely, I was like, why didn't they just, like, if we in the same house, why didn't they just yell? Like, why didn't they? Like, most families would just be like, come on down. Why are you texting? So then I text, don't even respond to the who. I just text, how big is our house? Because to me, this must be the Home Alone house. If they are texting me, and I've been upstairs this entire time, and they waiting this long, it must be such a big house. No one can be bothered to walk up. And they text back, how big is our house? With a question mark. I'm like, yeah, how big is it? And then they text, are you not at your apartment? I was like, okay, downstairs does make sense now. It makes sense why they wouldn't come up. Okay, I get you. Everybody is on point except for me. I understand now. And so then I text back, look, yeah, I've thought about it. I've thought it over. And I just don't feel like coming, right? Quickly text back, it is your sister's wedding and you will support her. And I text back, nah, dog, right? And I knew I messed up because they tried to call me, right? Finally, I had to be like, okay, look, I'm not your relative with a question mark. I'm just like a random guy. I was just joking. But yeah, you should probably text whoever you think you're texting because they were very late. And I just see bubbles, 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 gone, bubbles, bubble, gone, bubbles, bubbles, gone, 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 bubbles, bubbles, bubble, gone. And I know I'm getting cussed out. Like it's bubbles, bubbles, gone, bubbles, gone. And then finally the message comes through and it says, I don't have time to deal with you today. But please believe when I have the time, I will be addressing you thoroughly. I've never heard a threat like that before. Thoroughly. And so I text back, you text me. So, when it comes to the Signal chat, I'm just glad it didn't happen to me. Because I would have made things infinitely worse. They would have been like, we're go for strike in Yemen. I'm like, hey. Y'all ever ate there though? Like, some good spots. Why don't we just let the plane take a day off? Like, chill. They'd be like, who is this? And I'd be like, y'all text me, all right? Asking me who this is. That's like one of the top 5 Southern pet peeves is like calling the wrong number, and you called the wrong number, and then you're like, who is this? And they're like, you called me. Explain yourself. Who are you? You the one in my house right now with your voice. You're the intruder. Explain yourself. And so, you know, there's this whole thing. We still don't even know the half of it of what's been going on with Signal, because we also don't know how long they've been using Signal. We don't know why they weren't using more secure methods. And then through, I'm pretty sure, a German publication, they find that some of the top brass of the government are being so unserious with their data that they were able to deliver messages just from personal emails, old emails, and I don't know, man, this is pretty bad. You know what I mean? I didn't recognize how bad it was, and I think a lot of the general public don't really feel like it was that bad, because people say it's a successful mission. That's why some people think the leak was on purpose, because it's like all they did was leak a successful mission. And it's like, morality aside of what a successful mission means for a country that, I don't know, like, has anybody checked? Are we at war with Yemen? I don't know. Mission success, like, but you bombed. Why? You didn't even explain why. I feel like no one's even asking why. They're just like, man, do you see that they text the wrong number? And so you have these people appearing before Congress getting grilled by Democrats, which just doesn't really mean much, if we're being honest. Like, getting grilled by Democrats is like getting grilled by a step parent. It's like, you're not my real... But what are you gonna do though? What are you gonna do about it? It's like the first time you get big enough to really step to your dad, and you know you should do it, but you're like, what you gonna do though? I'll show you how to use your phone, old man. I'm training you now. We the same height. No, it's truly devastating. It's bad because never mind the fact that there are so many leaks, so many breaches, so much hacking going on, but there are still, like, you know, potentially entities from other countries that have infiltrated through other hacks that we forgot about because we get hacked so much we don't really care. I knew a dude when I was growing up that had his house robbed so much he moved and didn't tell anybody, but left some of the stuff so they would only rob that place. Bit by bit, consistently. And it feels like that's what we do with our data. We're like, they're gonna get it, let's just parcel it out. You know? And so you see these officials appear before Congress, and people all of a sudden are getting a very abstract interpretation of what war plans are. Because they're being asked point blank by journalists, like, were those war plans? And they were like, For a group that I'm telling you, I'm positive despises poetry majors. I know for a fact you hate liberal arts, but when they asked you to your face that they were war plans, it's like, what is truly? What is truly an outline of actions, if not enacted upon? Be fit for me? To speak truly of what war is. Does war not start in the soul? War as a concept is all around us. Love is war. Pain is war. Life is truly war. Yeah, but the text message where they said the date and the time and where the pilot was gonna be are those war plans. What does it mean to have a plan, you know? As Mike Tyson once said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. As the old Southern proverb goes, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Got asked in front of Congress point blank. This was a huge mistake, right? I'm pretty sure it was Walls, maybe it was somebody else, but he was like, no. All right, bro. Okay, do you? Oh. Because I wish I knew enough about how intelligence works, and I wish that I knew enough about how strikes work to explain fully how bad this is. But I think we know. I think we as a society kind of know. As soon as you hear the whole story, like, that doesn't sound great. You wouldn't want someone to plan a surprise party like that. Imagine. Your friends try to get you together, and they talking about you so much that one of your friends accidentally adds you, and it's like, well, he's right here. Doesn't that kind of ruin the entire party? No. It's so much around phones that people don't understand. There was one thing, I didn't understand this until recently. I didn't know that you don't know, you have no idea who you are to a woman until you know how you're saved in her phone. Guys, every man in here, we are not ready for the names, for the shorthand. You know how when you save a name, it goes first, last, company? They using that line too. We are not ready to find out how we are saved in the phone. Telling, that's what telling is. I wish I was wrong. I wish it was just me. I wish it was just me getting bullied in other women's phones. These are my friends. These are people I've known for years, and then they saved me some type of way and just never changed it. Years ago, this is why I first had a hunch. Years ago, I I was with a friend, and we were hanging out. This has to be like 12, maybe even 15 years ago. We were hanging out, and she lost her phone. So she was like, can you call it for me? And so I call it. And look, we had never been romantic, you know? And we had decided a long time ago to just be friends, right? You know, and just calling. I'm hearing a little... And then I find it in between the couch cushions, and my name saved at her phone was Nope. Guys, we're not ready. There's no world where we're ready for how we are saved. And okay, all right. Some of them are so accurate as well that it's like you'll never recover. Okay, I had a friend who, she was hooking up with this guy, and I guess it was a running joke between her and her friends. This is insane. To me, this is insane. It's not my joke. This is what I saw. This is what I saw because I was being nosy, because I was like, I can't be the only one. I needed to not be the only one, because Nope lasted. That stayed with me, okay? So I was like, let me see what other people are saying, right? And they say this one guy in her phone, and it just said, Little Hitler. And I was like, can you please explain why Little Hitler is calling you right now? Their reasoning for naming, their reasoning was he had kind of a comb over that was a little messy. I was like, hey, you went straight to Hitler? What's wrong with y'all? There was one time where I was out to lunch with a friend, and her phone was going off, and it was facing up, and I wasn't trying to be nosy this time. I felt vindicated. Nope, it's not Hitler. And so I was like, it could be worse. And so her phone was going off, and then finally she went ahead and flipped it. But when she flipped it, she showed it for a second, and I looked, and it said in the phone, saved in her phone as bed bugs. And so I was like, I'm not trying to be in your business or anything. I'm not trying to. I saw when you flipped it over, because you had flipped it, because I didn't, because I wasn't looking until you flipped it until it was like this, and I was like, what's that over there? And so I didn't see until you flipped it that you had him say as, do you know who is bed bugs? And she was like, just this guy. I was like, does he have bed bugs? And no. He doesn't have bed bugs at his place. She called him bed bugs because she slept with him one time and can't get rid of him. And so when Walls is like, hey, sometimes people get added to the group chat under a different name, under a wrong name. Hadn't that ever happened to you? And then the nation was kind of like, no, I don't think it has. Not like that, not exactly, unless you have them saved different. You know what I mean? Unless you have this journalist saved as like War Buddy. I don't know why you would accidentally add him to the chat. It's one of the first major screw ups of the administration where they themselves are actually like, oh no. Look, we didn't add him by accident, because I don't know if you saw this, but we didn't add him by accident, okay? He hacked in. Yeah, this dude hacked in. They ran with it for a day and then it died. Because when you look at the journalist, I'm not trying to make fun of him, but he doesn't look like he really hacking like that. Like that. I know he got glasses, but not everybody with glasses hacks, all right? Jeez. And so now, they've been ordered by a judge to provide all of these backdated signal chats that they're definitely gonna delete. Like, when I heard that, I was like, oh, come on now. That's like in one of those sitcoms, and the woman asked the guy for his phone, and he's like, yeah, just give me 20 minutes. It's like, yeah, that's what they're gonna do. No, it's insane. And it's like, successful mission, but by what metric? Why did we bomb Yemen? I still don't know. I would keep asking, but I'd probably disappear. Curiosity killed me. And then when they were asked, like, okay, but you're definitely switching things up now, right? Like, you've learned from this mistake, and you're going to move on, and you're not going to use Signal anymore. And they, under, I think, oath, went, nah, dawg, nah. Pretty bad. Welcome to the Josh Johnson Show. I'm Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand-up comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
It is weird.
This is the closest we've ever sat doing the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird that you're here, because now, at least at the
hurtful.
Well, at the other place, I could turn to you. Like, any other time we've been together before this, I could turn to you, look at you, whatever. And this one, it feels odd to look at you because you're too...
Well, it's because we're doing the video version and we're only doing it on the one camera. I'm explaining to the listener.
I'm with you, but...
So we had to sit a little bit closer. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw an arm around him.
Do that.
Oh,
please.
Come on. You love it. We're buds.
If you have to tell someone they love it, they don't. As a general rule... If you have to say you love it,
fair. That is fair.
That
is a fair statement. But this guy, though, he does love it. I've never felt him like pull away so hard. You tensed up there.
Yeah. Because
let's talk about your problems with intimacy.
I was talking about how I didn't love it before, and then you. But it's fine. It's okay. That's just how you are.
Not to be too visual, but yeah, we're sitting right next to each other.
Yeah,
because I'm in New York
We are both in New York.
Yeah, you're about to leave though.
Yeah, I leave tomorrow, but we're in New York right now.
Yep, right now.
So how was it getting in?
It was all right. We got in kind of late last night. Jess, if you hear any clicking, that's also Jess taking some pictures. That's okay.
Yeah,
We've done that before in an episode. We're getting some photos done while we're recording. It was good. So on the flight out, so Jess was window seat, I was middle, and there was a guy on the aisle. And he, when the flight first took off, like I just had headphones in, was chilling. It was actually like the most calm I've probably ever been, because I don't really love flying. And I was actually like really just kind of like relaxed. We had several margaritas before we got on the plane too, so that probably helped. And then I just noticed the dude next to me. It's like he's really uncomfortable and keeps like leaning forward and like just is like really kind of having a hard time. And then I want to say we're probably like 20 minutes into the flight, maybe. We weren't that far into it.
It wasn't even to the point where the puppies got stolen.
Right. I can't, honey, no one will be able to hear you say that whole thing. I was just looking for like a yes. Is what I
hope they can hear it. That was... Jeez.
Well, I just say from here they wouldn't be able to hear that.
So what happened?
So he's freaking out, and then then I finally had to like stop and check in on him. It's because I saw him grab the vomit bag and he like shook it out, but then put it back, but then like kept checking on it. Mm-hmm. And I finally was just like, I took my headphones on. I'm like, hey man, are you good? Like, what's up? And then he was having a panic attack, he told me.
Now, have you taken off yet?
Yeah, we're in the air by now. Yeah,
okay.
By the time
you're checking on him to be like, do I need to let you out of the aisle so you can go to the bathroom?
Well, no, but he's on the aisle, so I don't need to let him out at all.
Oh, he is on the aisle. Okay.
I was more just checking, like, I just really didn't want a guy vomiting next to me, was my thing.
Uh-huh.
And
it would have been a terrible experience for you. Yeah. It would be a horrible experience.
Well, no,
for Logan.
But no, I wanted to see if I
totally different person.
I wanted to see
a panic attack and threw up their guts.
Okay, no. I didn't know he was having a panic attack.
All right,
I just saw him grabbing the bag. I wanted to see because I couldn't tell if he was like sick or was just having like a hard time.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that in this situation, someone that's gonna hijack the play and somebody scared of a hijacker look exactly the same. They have the same level of like nerves. They have the same like, whew, okay, all right,
yeah.
Oh, be with me, God. And it's just like, it's like for those early few seconds, minutes, you can't
really tell.
You can't tell if you're like, is this the guy or should I help this guy?
Well, that's the thing. I just couldn't tell like what was going on with him.
Yeah.
Because he was like, he wasn't just if he was just going like. Like then I'd be like, okay, he's gonna definitely throw up. He's just
okay.
No, but I'd be like, he's definitely sick.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was so fidgety and like kept like not sure what to do with himself, I'm like, he may just be having like a freak out.
Yeah.
So thank you for turning this into me being a selfish villain, because the whole point of it was I actually took my headphones out and I talked to him for the rest of the flight, just to calm him down, and he was very kind. I'm very glad because that could have backfired. You know my hatred of talking to people anywhere.
What I like is there should be a whole storyline of you being an anti-hero, of like you talking people off of ledges that are like about to commit suicide because you don't want to see a dead body.
Yeah,
you're like telling the dude, you're on the bridge with the dude, and you're like, listen, if you jump right now, I don't know if I would ever be able to unsee, and I go this route to get home every day, so you would be ruining my commute for the rest of my life.
You're gonna fuck up this whole block for me, and I don't need that. I live nearby.
Do you really want me to have to go around?
Don't do this to me.
Yeah,
don't do this to me, sir. I don't care about your family. I do not care about your family. I need to make that very clear.
Yeah,
don't do this to me.
And then he's like, you know what? You're right. I should kill myself at home.
Great, because I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
So you do it.
Okay. So then this is you helping this person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't expect it to be me become the villain so quickly in the story, but yeah, it was me.
I was saying it would be funny.
No, I know. But no, it was me. Then I just talked to him the whole time, and which helped him calm down. He was very grateful, and he was a very nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice talking to me. He lives in New York. But yeah, he was just having a panic attack. And so we talked about it, because I've had panic attacks. So I'm like, listen, I get it.
Yeah.
And so we just talked for the rest of the flight, and then that was it. And then when we got into our Uber, I always like talking to Uber drivers, particularly in New York. I like New York Uber drivers, but by that point, I'd spoke on a whole flight, so I was silent.
Yeah, you're pretty spent.
I have so much I don't know, small talk in me.
I feel like I don't want to overshoot it, but I could easily say that maybe 1/10 of the stories that are told to me that I tell on the podcast are Uber drivers.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you even saw in DC, when we were in DC, I just asked them, I'm like, what's the longest ride you ever had? What's the craziest ride you've ever had? Blah, blah, blah. And sometimes they give you nothing.
Yeah,
sometimes they're like, hey, drunk people drunk.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, all right, there's not a lot to pull from there.
Or some give you the vibe of just like, oh, they want to just do their job and just get you out of the car.
Yeah, but every once in a while, somebody's thirsty to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We had one of the guys in DC was just like he wasn't going off of like
Which one was that?
the guy who was talking about like comedy and stuff like that. And
Oh yeah. His eyes.
Oh yeah, what happened with that?
So our Uber driver in DC, or maybe we were in Arlington for this one.
I mean, they're right next to each other.
And he was telling us, this is so funny. He was like, I got the new iPhone, but they were trying to upsell me. And so I wasn't sure if I was making the right decision, because then some guy that was trying to upsell me was like, no, you got to get the latest version because they're out here playing games with this middle one. You got to get like the tip top, and you got to get the most memory because you don't know, it could be the end of the world. Like the dude was like really upselling him. And then he wasn't sure if he should even get a new phone because it's not like his regular phone was broken. Then he gets the new phone.
Yeah.
And
it was like the newest yeah.
at the time. Then he plugs it in, and it's supposed to have this great battery life and everything. And
he kept saying that he was looking at it, he kept saying 50%.
Yeah.
And no matter how much he charged it, no matter what he did, it kept saying battery life 50%. And he was like, what the fuck?
And it went to 50% early in the day. After him charging it, which was especially why he was like, what's happening? This is crazy.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a better battery, but it's only at 50% ever.
Yeah.
And then he finally put on his reading glasses.
Yeah.
And realized it wasn't 50, it was 5G. It said 5G in the corner.
Yeah, it had been saying 5G all day.
All day.
And he was like, this battery trash. Which is
also good to tell you while he's driving you around, to be like, listen, I can't see great.
Because he didn't have glasses on while he was driving.
That is true, actually. Now that you say that, he was not wearing glasses.
Because he told us at the end of the trip, he told us all this. So at the very end of the trip, he's telling us this story. So outside of that, we're just chatting about comedy, stuff like that. This is the last story he tells us before we get out. And as I'm getting out of the car, I look at his face, and I'm like, this man doesn't have glasses on.
I didn't think of that until this second, till you just said that.
I couldn't stop thinking about that. I thought about that. I thought that's also... I don't know. I thought that was also on your mind. I was like, this man's been driving us around blind.
No, I didn't think about that at all.
Because he drove us from Nando's to the venue.
Yeah,
so it's not like, because here's the thing. When you're doing that, so when we were at Arlington Draft House, the hotel is very close to the club. So
super close.
It's like you could walk, but it's a 20-minute walk, or it's like a 5-minute, cab.
It's very
Uber,
hot,
whatever.
too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we kept taking the Uber because we were like, it's nothing, It's like $6 and it's a quick conversation, whatever. But this time we were at a restaurant and then getting the Uber from the restaurant to the venue. And so that was like and he had to get on the highway at one point and then get off of it. The idea that he just did all that and he maybe couldn't see.
With no sight. Yeah. I didn't think of that till just now. That's amazing. Yeah, in that area, you have to just constantly get on the highway, too. It seemed like if we wanted to go anywhere, they had to do that little circle.
Yeah, you have to do a circle and then take like the second exit and you're across town.
No matter where you want to go.
No, okay.
Wow. I did not think of that till... Because now, it's like this is a week later, my life is flashing before my eyes. A week later.
Yeah, dude, when he told us that, I was getting out of the Uber and I was like, what?
I didn't even connect.
That's why I didn't laugh that much. Because this dude's like laughing, and you're laughing. You're like, ha ha ha. Like he was like.
I was just giving him a laugh because he said it was the funniest thing that ever happened to him recently,
and it's funny.
It's funny. It was like it's fine. I just wanted to give him
But it is
be a good audience member.
You were, but. I was like walking in the club like, okay, you're over here. Like this is the other thing that was kind of like. It's when I decided to just not bring it up.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was also on your mind.
No, I wish you would have said something.
After we got out of the Uber, you were quiet. Like I was quiet. I don't know if you were on your phone or something. But then when we get inside, you're all about like when the show's starting. And I'm like, hey, we just got drove around by a dude who can't see. and so you're over here asking like, so you think we'll start like maybe in 10 or like he's going up to the manager being like, hey, do you know when
I was being professional. You can just say the one word. I was being professional.
You'd be a very, very on point, very professional, but in a way as if you didn't just escape death. And so then I'm standing there like just staring in front of me, and and you're like, okay, good, and capacity's good, like just.
Well, because we were getting there like right at showtime, and we were bringing food to the staff too, wasn't it that day? Yeah. So we were like, I also wanted to make sure like we got that part done, and then got backstage to the green room and stuff. I was just shifting into work mode once we got there. I wasn't
whatever, man. That was upsetting.
Don't worry. After my set, I was contemplating my life and mortality, but that's just because that first one I didn't feel great, but.
No, it was terrible.
Damn. Yeah, I didn't think about that at all.
Yeah. I wonder how they had the Uber papers come out this week. Have you seen that?
No, what was that?
Oh, it's pretty horrible.
Tell me about it.
I don't even know enough about it to talk about it at length, but basically there are these internal papers that I guess got leaked or they're maybe court documents on a lawsuit or something, but basically the public now knows that Uber knows as they expand that they're like crushing the economies of like the places that they move into as far as like the gig economy there.
Right,
like,
yeah.
Like they already know, they're smart enough to have done the math to know that you're not going to really make the money that people assume they're going to make. And then there's also something about how they leveraged a thing going on in South Africa where the cab drivers there were getting very like agitated and sometimes maybe even violent around Uber moving there and everything.
Oh, okay.
And they leveraged that to be like, see, why do these people not want you to have good prices? Like it was kind of like
vilifying them.
And so they've done a lot of stuff like that a few times, and it's all in these documents, and it's kind of crazy. So I wonder if there's just a floating document out there of like, hey, Sam can't see, right? Like I would love if it's all like super technical corporate stuff, and then just this thing about this one driver who's been driving people around with not the best eyesight.
And he also keeps telling people.
He tells people, he's so honest, he tells every ride he's been in.
His driving is fine. He needs to just stop telling people.
These eyes are not it.
They wouldn't be worried about it if he didn't tell them.
Yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. So that has also been on my mind, along with the
those two things in tandem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you took the Uber, you were quiet in the Uber.
Correct.
What was the experience like from then to now? So you took the Uber late to get to your Airbnb.
Right, yeah, because we didn't get into town till like a quarter to midnight or something. So so then we just got to the Airbnb and we just, I don't know, went to bed, and then we had a pretty lazy day today because we were all week. Well, I'm here for 3 weeks, but Jess is here for the whole week too. And then, today we didn't really do much that's worthy of a story. I don't know.
No, it doesn't.
Had a good sandwich.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be worthy of a story.
That's about it.
You're gonna probably have plenty by the time you.
Oh, by the time I leave here, I'm gonna be a changed man.
Yeah, I feel like it is getting a bit more intense in the time since you were last here.
Oh, good. Jess, you hear that? It's more intense now. Does that excite you? Okay, good. Yeah, she's nodding. She looks very excited and not worried at all.
There's a level of tense that's here now that's just a bit extra, where it's like,
what? Like in what way? What are you noticing? This? Oh, I wish she wasn't in the room. She is not happy.
Well, I was on the train. I mean, I think all three of these are going to be on the train. I was on the train.
3 of these.
And,
3 intense stories.
This guy was talking to himself, and he was talking to himself very aggressively. So whatever he was going on in his head, even if he was a wild dude just talking to himself, he was not being kind to himself in these moments, you know? So whatever inner demon he was talking to, he was calling it by its demon name. Like he was cursing up a storm at himself. He's really like looking down.
Whatever argument he was having in his head, he was losing. It's rare you lose the arguments in your own head, but he found a way.
And then this random guy is like, "What'd you say to me? What'd you say to me?" And then he looked up and he was like, "Not talking to you, dog. Talking to me." And the other guy was like, "Oh, okay then." And then they both carried on being very angry and quiet.
Now
and it's like
that is
that
actually,
thing
though, that's a beautiful story in my mind.
Oh, there's a moment where it's not beautiful, where you think they're definitely about to bite each other.
Oh no, for sure.
It was so for no reason, because it's not like the guy was being like hella loud,
right?
So that other guy had to be loud to get his attention, to be like, "What are you? Who are you talking to?" And the guy was like, "I'm talking to myself."
Right.
And the thing that I appreciate most about that thing is that initially I thought this dude was like out of his mind,
right?
You know what I mean? And then it's nice when someone is out of their mind, and then they snap. What's up?
Hold on. No, the camera went out of focus because I moved. It freaked out. I had to get my phone, and it freaked.
It's
speaking of glasses, there we go. Look good. All right.
It's nice when someone is like out of their mind and they actually snap into it for a second.
Yeah, especially there, he snapped into it to alleviate a potential conflict. That's rare.
Yeah.
That's super rare.
I feel like before, he would have just talked to himself and no one would have said anything. I feel like that other guy clearly wanted a fight.
So the other guy is the new tension.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Just not letting him be and do his thing.
Yeah. And then also, this is maybe when I came back from Arlington, there was a guy who had a bag of sodas, right? But not like a bag full of cans of soda. I'm talking about he had a genuine bag full of liquid.
Full of loose soda.
Full of loose soda. So he had a bag of soda that was like clearly a bunch of sodas.
Right.
Because it wasn't dark brown enough to be just Coke, but it was light brown. And it was like, okay, this looks like it could be. I mean, maybe it was RC. Who knows?
I was going to say RC or maybe a Lipton iced tea.
But it seems like a bunch of sodas.
A bunch of something you don't want him spilling
in
right
this
now.
Clear bag. Yeah. And the bag, I don't know how this man did it, but the bag is tight. The bag is like...
So you say a clear bag is like a clear shopping bag?
Yeah,
or
a clear shopping bag.
Like tied up in a knot up top?
Full of soda.
Like...
where you can see the bubbles.
So it's definitely carbonated.
It's definitely carbonated because you can see the bubbles. He's just got like a bag of soda. I feel like I've told you about something like this happening before, because I know one time I was around this dude whose soda spilled in his bag and then it was like full of soda. But this is
that one I remember, but this is pre-spilled in the bag. This is intentionally poured
No, this
in
is
the
intentionally
bag.
all in the bag. There's nothing in this bag but soda.
And especially in a shopping bag too, and then like tied up like a bindle sack.
Yeah, in a knot.
To hop the rails.
Yeah, in a knot. There's just this huge bag.
That's wonderful.
Of soda. And basically, he's not like being careless with it. I need to point that out. It's not like this dude
is precious cargo.
Yeah, it's not like this dude is trying to be reckless and dangerous with this bag, right? Not threatening anybody with the bag, anything. But he's walking up and down the train car. And so everyone that's on the train car for more than a couple stops is noticing that this is a bag of soda.
It's hard to not notice, I would gather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all just get tennis ball eyes. You know, like in a Wimbledon match where you see the heads go, like we're all just watching the bag go back and forth because everyone is perplexed where it's like, okay, so is this bag about to pop or spill or whatever, right?
Yeah. And then after that is then just why.
Yeah.
Why and how.
We're all. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to clear the music that drives by every now and then. Hopefully, we don't get a copyright strike.
Yeah,
because of the random vehicles driving by.
I think it needs to be more than 3 seconds to be a copyright issue.
It does. I think we're safe.
Unless somebody just parks, decides to yell up, and you hear nothing but the new Pusha T album.
And then I just we'll yell out then and be like, "Can you guys put on something royalty free, please? Thank you.
Just some jazz, please.
Some jazz, some itsy bitsy spider. Some
that's not going to help us.
Happy birthday over and over again.
Maybe
that only became public domain a few years ago.
So there's this bag,
sure,
and in the bag is like swashing. So it's not like it's tight to the point where there's no movement of the liquid.
That would be very impressive.
It would be.
If it was airtight in a bag like that.
If it was just a bubble with handles, that'd be fire.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. It's almost that, but there's just enough room for a little bit of swashing.
He has not perfected it yet.
And so he's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and we're just wondering whose day is going to be ruined. Because when this bag goes, it's gonna take a couple people with it.
This is an unfortunate game show.
It's getting to the point where as he's pacing back and forth, and it looked like, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but he looks like someone who would have a bag of soda. Like I don't know how better to describe it, except he looks like a person who would have a bag of liquid that is tied up, and he's gonna open it and I guess pour it on his head later, or just stab it with a straw and go to town.
Boy, that would be the best if he just pulled out and then drank the whole bag.
Yeah,
would be amazing. But no,
people do that with they don't stab it, but sometimes you can catch somebody with like a box wine, which is basically just a bag of wine. Just
those little ones.
Yeah, just
Oh, for sure. Know. Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's meant for that. You can do that, but not your homemade soda Capri Sun that you've made. But he's like, I'm trying to imagine what he looks like, and I have an idea, but I have a feeling if I saw him, I'd be like, okay.
Also, should point out, there was a point where when I saw him with the bag, I obviously saw the carbonation, the bubbles, everything, but there was a split second where I was like, that man is, like, I thought there was a bag of pee, and I thought that he was very sick. Because if your pee is carbonated, you have too much cola.
Well, and it's that dark too. That man is dehydrated.
That man is dying.
That man, I don't know how he filled a bag by being that dehydrated.
I honestly think he must be taking this bag to the doctor to be like, listen,
this is how much comes out, and it's this color.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Also, it's fizzy. So
it's fizzy too.
If you can tell me what new thing I have, that would be great. And so basically, we're watching this dude up and down, up and down, up and down, and then finally this guy gets on with an umbrella. And just perfectly, as this dude is shaking out and tying up the strap of the umbrella and turning around, he turns into the guy with the bag of soda. And you know the little spikes that are completely unnecessary on umbrellas?
Yeah.
You know those things that don't help stop the rain at all? I don't know why there's spiked ends to every umbrella that's ever been invented.
The Mad Max part of the umbrella. Yeah.
And
you never know.
He turns in and the whole bag just goes. So it's like it
so clearly a thin bag too. Took barely any.
I think it is exactly one Walgreens bag. That this dude has filled with soda. I'm surprised it wasn't dripping.
Yeah. That's the thing. If it was that ready to pop by being just touched by an umbrella.
Yeah, so he touches with the umbrella, the thing starts to go. And a bunch of people shoot up and walk away from the splash zone. But that guy that was I felt so bad for the guy with the umbrella, because he literally has it so he doesn't get wet. And now this dude's calves are covered in cola.
Now he's wet and sticky, which you don't get from the rain.
Yeah. Now he needs rain.
Yeah. Now he's going to go outside and he's like, fuck, I really wish it was raining.
Now he's just going to go outside, back of the leg first, moonwalking in the rain to try to get some of this sticky out. Because this guy doesn't know what it is. This guy just got on the train. One second, let me check on him.
That's all right. Okay. Dog break.
Should we pause the video since it's going to get weird when I get
Sure. I'll just say dog break.
Okay, 1 second.
We're back from the dog break.
Yeah. What was I even talking about? Oh, the bag.
Yeah, we actually took a break on a cliffhanger there. What will happen next with the bag of soda? Stay tuned.
So the bag explodes like
it popped. It
Like
didn't
popped.
just leak.
no, it didn't just leak.
Because that would have been very funny.
Because
He would have tried to catch it and it would have still been dripping, and then
No.
another one would have poked open.
my man, this dude's bag.
This was a water balloon, a soda balloon.
It really split. And so then it just is rushing. And honestly,
A torrent, if you will.
more full than I gave it credit for.
He got a lot of soda in that bag.
He got so much soda in the bag that like so much came out it felt like a cartoon. Like so much came out that I was like, how is it still? And then the guy feeling it is terrified. Like
yeah.
this is a true nightmare to just have something like
Wet on the
warm and
subway.
sticky.
Warm.
Yeah.
Was this heated up?
I mean, I don't think
Soda?
it was heated up, but if you're walking around with a bag of soda, I
the
can't
summer all
imagine
day.
you're keeping it cold.
Yeah, that's fair. So he filled this a while ago, and then which would be impressive if he had it all day, and this is the first trouble he's run into.
Yeah.
Or maybe the initial trouble was why it ended up in the bag. He was carrying a 12-pack, and then they all burst somehow.
I don't know who I feel worse for. Because if you're carrying a bag of soda, that means it's your only option. You don't have another container, you'd use it.
That and it also means that soda is important to you. Mm-hmm. This soda means a lot.
I'd like to think he made it himself.
That's a whole other upsetting scenario. That this is his homemade soda. He finally had the meeting with the big soda company for them to sample his flavor. And he didn't realize, like, I just ran out of my last bottle.
I just ran out of
what
my
do
last
I have?
bottle. Maybe they like plastic flavor.
I need to get down there so they can sample it and it can be in stores. Oh, no!
And so then, basically, that guy freaks out. A bunch of people jump away. It reminded me of, remember when we saw that lady throw up?
I think about it every day.
It was exactly like that, where people calmly ran away.
Just
like
yep.
they calmly rushed away.
Yeah, because that lady vomiting was that she just did it very calmly, and we're all like, well, all right, this is what's happening. We'll all scoot.
I know we've talked about it on the podcast
We
before,
absolutely have.
but what I love about that lady vomiting is that she went there, sat down with just a bunch of meat she just bought.
Yeah, because it looked like
She
she
had a
had
bunch of ground turkey.
She just had like some sort of. It didn't seem like the bag she bought it out of either, right?
No,
that also seemed like just a bag of meat.
Yeah.
That was she eating? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And that's why she threw up. You're not supposed to eat raw ground beef on a moving train.
I mean, too many stories converge in New York. Like, every place should have one of these people. You know? There should be a soda guy in one state. There should be a meat lady in another state. They can't all be here.
Well, this is where they come from. Then they spread out from here.
Yeah, it's really upsetting.
And then, like, now you just have a train full of soda, too. Because now that whole area is just wet.
Oh, yeah. Everyone that's been to or lives in New York knows what I mean when this happens. It doesn't happen every day, thank God. But there will be a time
happens.
where you're on the train and someone's bottle or can has spilled. And so now we're all with our eyes watching the trail, the uneven trail that the liquid makes. And you're checking, is that liquid coming to me? Is it taking a left? Is it going straight?
Yep.
And
I wish I was better at physics. Wish I knew more about fluid dynamics to know where this is going to go.
I don't know how that would help in this situation.
I feel like you could look at it now. You could have an idea of maybe what grooves,
Yeah, that's also when you know you've been taking the train too much. When you're like, oh, we at Hoyt Skimmerhorn. This liquid about to take a left. No one wants to be that well versed in something that nasty. But yeah. The train was full of like I had to get on a different car, which I should have done.
Yeah, but you
way earlier, but I wanted to see the end.
Exactly. No,
I just wanted to see it pop. That's why we all stayed on.
Absolutely.
We were like, who fills a bag with that much liquid and gets away with it?
Because honestly, even yourself, you're like, even if it's me, this is going to be a hell of a story. Like,
yeah.
But like, yeah, that's of course you stayed to see if it was going to pop.
I mean, if it was me, I think I'd be in jail. I don't think I would just let someone leak hot soda all over me and not lay hands on them.
So you would have beaten the man with your umbrella.
I think I would have tried to choke him.
Wow.
I think
wow.
I'm not a violent person, but it's so random that I think you're allowed to lay hands at that point.
It's so random you're allowed a random act of violence.
It's so odd and so rare that I think even a monk would be like, I renounce all violence except if I'm on a train and someone splits a bag of hot cola all over my ankles. Then I can go to town on them.
I am against violence unless you fucking spill on me. And then it's on.
Then it's on.
Otherwise, I will not crush a fly, but I will not be sticky.
Yeah. I won't even be mean to a cat, but if you get cola all over my calves, it's over, kid. I'm going to jail.
So then what was, I know then everyone like left. How sad was the soda man?
No, he was disappointed.
I was absolutely. Did he just sit there with his torn bag, just looking?
No.
That sad Charlie Brown music comes in.
That dude screamed no way too loud, and then that was sort of it.
Was it a short no, or was it like a no?
It was pretty long.
Oh, good. It was a good
being,
dramatic no.
It stopped being no, and then just started being screaming.
Oh, that's a good no. No.
Yeah. It was wild. I was not a fan at all. Because now it's wet, sticky, and loud in here. I was so upset.
By the way, I'm filming a new special. It's going to be called Wet, Sticky, and Loud. That's going to be the title.
Sounds great.
How did Umbrella Man react? I mean, obviously he was disappointed. Did he shout or did he?
He was also screaming.
He was also screaming.
Yeah. For him, you have to keep in mind that for him, he's just got on the train and he's closed his umbrella.
Yeah.
And then he feels however that soda felt. I just made it hot in my head. Maybe it wasn't hot.
Either way, if you step onto a train and the first thing that happens is your legs get wet, you just have to assume someone is pissing on you.
And so
you've walked into a current of piss.
Because he looked dry, you could see his brain break for a second.
Oh, absolutely.
Where he's like, no, I'm inside. How am I getting this wet inside?
I didn't see a bunch of water flow out, so I surely didn't step into...
There's no way this should be happening.
Yeah.
And then he turned around, he saw the bag, and he just started screaming. But he was screaming more like, what the hell, what the hell, what the hell?
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure that he wants to say, what is that?
Yeah.
What did you just get on me?
Yeah.
But his brain probably can't even put that together.
Because, I mean, it's in his shoes. Like,
I honestly...
It's legit everywhere.
Josh, I didn't even think about it being in his shoes. I was literally only thinking of it on the legs. And now his shoes are filled with soda.
Yeah.
And he just has to just walk his way.
Yeah. Yeah.
To, I think, a fire to throw his clothes and shoes into.
Just do a duck walk safety. Home. I hope he was going home. That'd be terrible if he was
he's on his way to work.
Way to dinner.
Oh no, I've got a hinge date.
Yeah.
And I have to explain why from the knee down I'm wet and making squelching sounds.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the third thing
Yeah.
The third thing was I feel bad because I laughed at this really hard, and I shouldn't have. Because everybody's different.
Right.
So I shouldn't have laughed, but it was my first reaction. Basically, I was on the train platform now, and this person was using the elevator that's on the train. Now, not every station is wheelchair accessible, but a lot of them are, so you can use the elevator. Some parents use the elevator for their stroller.
Yeah.
So, this woman...
For the ones who don't want the kids to have a really fun ride.
Yeah. 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 For people who want unshaken baby.
Wee!
So, this woman walks out of the elevator, which is already... I'm always surprised when the elevator opens because I'm surprised that anyone would take it. Like, I actually think it would be cleaner to just crawl up the steps than to be in that elevator.
Right.
Because that elevator is now a closed space of nastiness.
Yeah.
And a tight closed space.
And they don't move quick either. You get in and they sit there for a second.
If you smell something, you're going to be smelling it for a while.
That is your smell now.
And so this lady gets off the elevator and she's pushing the stroller along. I don't know what bump she hit. I don't know. I did not see what caused this, but her stroller starts to tip to the side. And as it's tipping, she doesn't seem to be paying attention to the tip. So as it's tipping, she's still just pushing, but there's definitely been a bounce on the left side to where it's like, it looks like it's about to go. And then she essentially just starts letting it fall over, and it's not until her hands are maybe like a little too at an angle, like just a little too curved,
right,
that she realizes like, oh, it's going. And so then she tries to save it. But whatever's in the carriage already starts spilling out. So it looks like this kid is about to fall out from the overcorrection.
Okay, the way you worded that, just like whatever is in the carriage, just like, and that is also soda.
Yeah, it'd be amazing if that was also just a bag of soda,
a carriage full of soda.
This is what people do now. We just haven't caught on.
Listen, we're trying to save the environment. Okay, we're getting rid of plastic. So now, sorry, you got loose soda now.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
No more bottles, just plastic bags.
You bring what you got.
Those aren't worse at all. Those aren't somehow less reusable.
Well, you're reused. Yeah, exactly. You're bringing them in. Mm-hmm. You go down to the soda store, get whatever container filled, and then you can go home. We'll fill whatever you got.
Yeah. Yeah.
We charge by weight here at this store.
So then overcorrects. It looks like the baby is gonna tip out anyway. Mm-hmm. A different lady who sees the whole thing happen screams because now the baby's about to like hit the platform. Jeez. And once a baby hits the platform, you're done with that baby.
Jesus, Josh.
No, but I'm saying that's an unusable baby now. Like, tell me that's a level of germs that baby's encountered now that it'll never be the same.
Oh, you're going off of germs. I thought we were going off of the
what?
The impact.
No. If a baby's face touches a platform floor on the train, that's going to be a different person now.
Our priority. Well, yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. That's going to be.
No. You're not wrong, but you're right, but for the wrong reason.
I'm just saying. It's like
I'm just saying they have soft heads. Is where I'm coming.
I wouldn't
from.
even talk like this if when I was a baby, my face had touched the floor of the platform on the train. God. I'd be a hardened individual. I'd have a deeper voice. I would, like, you're gonna have a different life because just the film alone that's on the platform of the train. Ugh. You've basically been kicked in the face by every shoe in New York if you let your face touch the platform and you're a baby.
Right.
To be fair, if you're a baby and your face touches the platform, it's only up from here. You know what I mean? You're not going to have a worse life than that.
You just had the worst moment of your life. But you might not be old enough to know it. to appreciate that you've already had rock bottom.
Never mind knowing it. It's happened. You're never gonna have something this bad happen again.
Right. But then someone's got to remind you.
Yeah.
You know?
And so then this other lady screams. The woman stops trying to overcorrect the stroller now and just goes to try to catch the baby.
Oh.
Hopelessly behind on the hands. The hands were not fast enough. And then you actually hear like a slight splat. And then people start running up to her, and it's a dog.
It wasn't a baby in the carriage? It was a dog?
No, this is a puppy.
Okay.
She had a dog in the carriage
Okay.
the entire time.
Okay.
And the way that some people lost concern and the way that some people got angrier was amazing to watch.
I bet I can tell you racially
who felt what.
Yeah, I can tell you exactly what camps.
The amount of people, because we're also only talking about like 5-7 people, so it's not like the entire train ran to check on this woman.
Yeah.
But the amount of people that ran up and like it happened to me as well because I didn't run, but I just was walking towards see if they need any help. And I wish I could see the face I made before I realized it was a dog. Because when you think it's a baby and it's a dog, it messes with your brain in a way that you're not even registering the little like limbs that you're seeing.
Yeah. And
because as I got closer, I was like, this is a hairy baby.
That's what touching the floor does is you
you immediately morph. That's one of the Animorphs. It's just train kids.
That's what they have in the prequel they did to Animorphs. They get the power by licking a subway floor is what happens.
And so I'm like, even as I'm kind of like walking over there, like, you know, I'm embarrassed to say I didn't run to help. But even as I'm sort of lightly strolling over to see if anybody needs help or, you know, like what the damage is, anything, I'm just seeing now, because it was still as well, which didn't help because now
that's a jarring visual.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem hurt because when it gets up, it just shakes and it's
a puppy,
fine.
and it's just like, what happened?
Yeah, but for us, we're like, oh my gosh, that baby!
Oh no, that furry baby died!
Oh no, that ugly baby! Like it's like the order that things went was like, oh no, that baby. Then it was, oh no, that ugly baby. Then it was, oh no. And then it was, oh. And then for some people it was,
and then if you're white, it was, oh.
Mm-hmm. Like one guy got particularly mad at her. Like she did drop a baby.
Like she tipped it on purpose, or
no? He was like being weird about this. Like, it's okay. Like he was like checking on it, but he was like weird with her. Mm-hmm. And then some people didn't even make it far enough to, I guess, really see that it was a puppy. As soon as they saw something get up on 4, they were like, I don't want any part of that.
Nope, this lady's got a carriage full of rats. I'm out here.
Yeah. But yeah, the amount of people that switched.
That's
like, it wasn't half, but it was like 3. And I was not one of them.
No.
Like I actually, sadly, I kept the same amount of care the entire time. Like for me, I was like,
yeah, Josh, you maybe lived here a little too long.
Yeah, because for me, I was like, oh no, that baby fell. Because I've seen babies fall before.
Like that?
Like this wasn't a tall, like it's not like a Tom and Jerry tall stroller or anything. It's just
Tom and Jerry stroller.
Do you know the ones that look like they're from the 50s? Yeah, they're really high.
Yeah, the old school. Yeah. Oh, I can't think of the.
It wasn't one of those.
They have a specific name, don't they?
So it's literally like dropping it 1.5 feet.
So it was like an actual, like a modern baby stroller where it's like just like a little seat you're pushing.
Yeah. So I was like, oh,
that's already not made for dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
No wonder the dog fell out of it.
No wonder that white guy was mad.
Don't do that. Just walk it.
Yeah.
It's got so many legs. Mm-hmm. It can walk.
Its paws are made for dirt.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That one was a roller coaster. I'll say that. That was a journey of a story. I felt like I fell out of a baby carriage.
Yeah. Hopefully our listeners are still with us and not like you lost me a baby carriage.
That's the thing. I do want to know if some turned it off the second you were like, this baby carriage was tipping.
Yeah.
Probably when you said, then you can't use that baby anymore. So maybe they're like, okay, this is a story. This is a story about a baby getting injured.
No, I'm just saying it's like that's a different kid. It's a hardened child now.
Yeah, sorry. That kid's the parent now. Sorry,
yeah.
You answer to it. Should we open up the mailbag, my dude?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do that. I do want to go to. We had some Instagram questions that were sent to me. Hi, Logan. This is probably a really weird thing to do because I don't know you or Josh personally, but I find myself in need of advice. We don't really get asked like straight up advice a lot.
Yeah.
So I thought this would be interesting to see how we fuck this up. You and Josh talk about relationships a lot on the podcast. I really love the show. I listen to the episodes on repeat because they help make me feel less anxious when my thoughts are swirling. I'm also the one who wrote in with the story about the class hamster that got eaten by the class snake.
Oh, killing him. Yeah.
Killing him. So this is a little personal, but I've been with someone. We both really like each other, but we have some love language clashes that keep making things hard. So I guess what I'd like to ask is, how do you know that it's worth the struggle to stay with someone? Is it normal to have to continually work on things? As someone with anxiety, do you have it about your relationship, even though it's a strong one? Also, I'm a total stranger, and I understand if you and Josh don't want to answer these.
Do you want to go first?
If you got something, go for it.
Oh, okay.
This will be fun to answer to with my girlfriend staring at me. So this will be a very interesting experiment for me.
I personally don't believe in love languages. I
really thought he was just going to end at love, and I was going to be like, whoa.
No, I think it was a.
We've talked about that before too. That neither of us are really.
Yeah, because my thing is, at the end of the day, no one actually has to be nice to you, and so when someone is kind to you in the way that they are best able or best know how to be kind, it's actually a really dickish thing to be like, yeah, but it's not the way I like it. It's like, that's wild. Like if someone, I understand that not every gift is going to be received in the way that was intended, and not every gesture is going to be understood in the way that was intended. But you can't tell me that it's not actually kind of a pretty bad move to be getting all of something from someone and then be like, yeah, but it's not the one I want, so it doesn't count. That's kind of wild. Like, I'm not saying that that's what this person is doing.
Right.
I'm just saying that what quickly happened with love languages, it started out as a good way to almost like a fun little personality test and a good way to communicate.
And like a shorthand that you could have to kind of to classify some things.
Yeah.
Which, for that, it was okay.
And what it quickly turned into was a way for a lot of people to be kind of bratty. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I just and I think that my and I could be wrong about this, but I find that like it is a way to sidestep appreciation and like gratitude for the person, even if that's not what you like. Just like I'm not even talking about your relationship or anything. I'm saying in the world, imagine a world where someone comes home to because we have these like physical touch, acts of service,
gift giving,
all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
Imagine a person comes home to a fully cooked meal and their favorite movie on cue to watch, and their reaction is, "It's not a blowjob, though." That's not a good person. That's not that like, and I worry that more and more people are going to fall into that type of thinking, even though it's not exactly that. Because to me, love languages have quickly been like overused. It's kind of how people self-describe as whatever the hot thing is that year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's sometimes it's I don't know. It's like almost like a I think we talked about this too when we did the relationship quiz episode that we did, where it is kind of a step right next to like astrology, where it's like, oh, you were born during this month, we're not going to get along, and it's like, well, you haven't even met me yet.
Yeah, and also we don't know, like for the love language thing, I'm sure that the best of each one of those things is too dope to turn down. You know what I mean? So if I love a person and my act of service is taking them for a weekend to their favorite city on a private jet, I don't think they're going to be like, it's not physical touch.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, and I want to, so I'm going to take a slight counterpoint. I agree with what you're saying, but also on the other side of that, of the clash of love languages, where I agree with you that, like, to me, they don't mean the same thing they do to some people, whatever. But I have been in the relationship where I have dated someone and told them, be like, hey, please stop just giving me presents all the time. Like, I don't really want all this stuff. But they're like, but it's my love language. And so they just kept doing it. Like, when you hit that point, then yes, it can become an issue. So like, if they're not respecting you saying like, oh, I would prefer this. If you guys have talked about it and there's not a mutual respect to how each other, because sometimes I think people get focused so much on what love languages are and how they show it, but don't always consider how it's received to other people.
Yeah.
It's more about like, well, this is how I show love, so you have to be okay with it. It's like, well, yeah, but sometimes it's too much. Some people don't like public, PDA or anything.
Sure.
Or they like a lot of alone time or whatever, and that's a balance you have to find. So I think if they're not respecting it, then yeah, I think that's an issue.
Yeah, that then lends itself to a different thing than what I'm talking about specifically.
No, and I know what you mean. I was just but as also the thing too of like, do relationships take a lot of work? Do they continue being work? Yeah. Not in like it shouldn't be like a fight every day. It shouldn't be like, I think we've got to this point because I think it's particularly our generation. We were kind of the last generation with parents who were just like, you just stay together, okay? It was like the generation before us was the first ones who started like actually divorcing if things weren't good. You know what I mean? But before that, it wasn't really...
Yeah.
You just stayed together and you're just like, yeah, marriage sucks and you just have to deal with it. Okay. There was a lot of that. And I think our generation went the counterpoint of trying to be like, you know what, but everyone has their own thing. But a lot of us convinced ourselves that relationships don't take work. And they do. You're living with a person.
Yeah.
You are spending all of your time with another human being who is completely different from you. Even if you're similar, they're a completely different person. Yeah. You're going to clash. You're going to have issues. But it's how you resolve the issues,
Yeah, I think.
Hi, Jess.
I think that for a good portion of it, the other thing to keep in mind with your overall question is that I think I've talked about this on podcasts before and with friends before, but to me, the world overall is, especially if you talk about, like, I don't know if they're writing in from the States or not, but a lot of the world is easier to live in than it's ever been, right? So you used to have to hunt or farm, you used to have to like worry about a harvest, you used to have to plan more to eat.
I'm excited to see where this point goes.
But like being in an interpersonal relationship is as hard as it's ever been. So it's as hard to raise a child as it's ever been, and it's as hard to stay with a person as it's ever been. But as the other things get so much easier and easier and easier, now the distance between like being in a relationship and staying in one and the other hard things that you have to do in your day is actually getting further and further away, if that makes sense. And because of that, there's almost a lack of practice with doing hard things that then makes it feel like, oh, wow, if this thing is such an inconvenience in my life, maybe I should just get rid of it. Because a lot of inconveniences to our lives do either get solved or we get rid of them, whether it's through like money or the way we do things. So you used to have to walk. If you want to get there, you got to walk. Then we had horses. Then we had cars. Then you had to have a car. Now it's, I need to get over there and I don't want to take the train or the bus or what. I'm just going to order an Uber.
Let me use my magic pocket computer and have a driver come get me.
Yeah. But another person not understanding what you're saying when you try to tell them as plainly as possible is as hard as it's ever been.
Right.
So that's staying the same. And and I'm not saying people's lives aren't hard, or because we have tech, it's an easy life. I'm just saying that so many problems are getting solved all day, and little problems, things that you might not even consider a real problem. You don't even have to think about. You can now order something. You can get you don't even have to read the manual and put the bookshelf together. You can hire a TaskRabbit and they'll come to your house and put it together for you. I'm saying that the thing of raising a person or being in a relationship, those things are still very difficult.
Oh, for sure.
And that threshold is getting harder and harder for anything in your life to match with outside of maybe work stuff.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, we focus more on, I guess being more mentally healthy in relationships than we ever used to. That used to never be a conversation about how to like maintain your mental health in a relationship.
It used to literally just be, do they hit?
Yeah.
And then that's
and then
it.
the next question was a lot.
Yeah.
And then
it's like, bro, she not hitting you. She all right.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
So it was always that. So I think now this is the first time we're in like human history, we're like really taking the time to be like, oh, is my mental health good around this person? People used to never ask themselves that question. It was just like, I'm with this person and that is how it is.
Yeah.
Is how that used to be.
It used to just be, I cry after I cook, and that's just life.
Yeah, and I guess that's what it is, huh?
It's like, oof.
Another day. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I think also with that, and that's a good thing. I'm not saying that is a bad thing. That is a good thing that we're doing. I think we don't quite, it's kind of like you said, we just don't know how to balance that yet. And so I think sometimes when we realize like, oh, this relationship's kind of stressful, I should probably just get out of it. And it's like, and sometimes, yes, I'm not going to say like, you should stay in all of them. No, like, yeah, get out of it if it's like you feel bad all the time, especially if like if the person comes home and that elevates you and makes you feel bad, yeah, that's probably your sign. But if it's like, oh, when we're working on issues, I'm stressed out. Well, yeah, that is going to be stressful. That's going to be a stressful thing. And sometimes, though, that's very much... Sorry, just got something in my eye. Ow. Sometimes that is very much worth the stress. If I can go ahead, since you're here, to use us as an example, like, yeah, we've had some, not like issues of necessarily fighting, but like where we want to end up, where we want to move, career stuff, whatever. Yes, sometimes that leads to a lot of stress. We've had, not too long ago, we had like a whole week where we were just stressed out. We weren't necessarily fighting, but we were just stressed. And then we talked more about it, and we not only talked more about what we wanted together, but we wanted more, even just personally on our own. And honestly, over that, I feel like we got over the hump. We found something that felt good to both of us. And now I feel like we're more confident than we were before that. So sometimes it is worth dealing with those hard discussions.
Yeah. I mean,
Jess, huh? Thoughts?
I agree with that.
She agrees with that.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes a hard thing is just better to do. That doesn't mean stay with someone if it doesn't feel right. It doesn't mean that you have to put up with anything that's toxic. But the payoff of fixing things, especially when something is good, is like it's hard to compare with.
Yeah,
it's
you feel it's like a team pride. You're like, we did that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Go Wolverines. Like, you get really excited. We call ourselves the Wolverines.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
We don't. But I will say, too, in this message, it sounds like it's something that you guys are talking about. So you're already in a great place. If you weren't talking about any of this at all, then you might have
You'd
an
also
issue.
be sending a different message. You'd be like, hey, how do I get out? How do I do it in the middle of the night, or when should I leave? Yeah.
Do you guys have a couch I can crash on?
Yeah.
That would be a totally different thing. So we hope that helps. Again, I don't know.
Yeah, if anything that I said
I got
helped.
divorced at 25, so maybe don't listen to anything I say, too. Maybe that, too. Let me just put that out there.
Yeah, but I also, I feel like if I said anything that helped, like definitely grab some of that. If something I said didn't make sense, guys, I brought up horses at one point. So just like whatever worked, use it, and whatever.
We're saying buy a horse, I think is what we're leaning on. You should get a horse.
If you buy a horse together, it'll bring you together. Can you imagine a horse in a studio apartment in New York just kicking TVs?
It's like the people who try to get a dog, be like, this might, fix things between us. Now make that dog
a horse
15 times larger.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely won't be focused on your problems. You'll be focused on not getting kicked.
Just motion, maybe a mini horse. Yeah, that would be so much better to still have in your apartment.
Yeah.
Let's do one more. I know we're running a little longer, but since we're crushing it on the advice front, this ties back to an interaction we had at one of our recent live virtual shows.
Okay.
So this is from sometimes I get confused when the email is one name, but then they use a different name, and it takes me a second to register what I'm doing. But this is from Naya, and the title of this email is Advice. And hi, Josh and Logan. This is Naya, a.k.a. the girl whose grandfather yelled at you all about tattoos. Yeah, we got her grandpa yelled scripture at us about tattoos during the live virtual show.
And he went for a bit.
He was very adamant that you should not have that on your skin. I jokingly said someone had a tattoo in their mouth, and he went, oh no. Just sitting in the background on a couch. So those live shows are very fun. But I never got to ask my actual questions, which wasn't about tattoos. I think they asked about tattoos when the grandpa walked in.
And he just heard him and he just went.
But so I've been living with my grandparents for almost a year, and I love them. I do, but I can't do it for too much longer without losing my mind.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, surprising. I have found a job and a place in New Jersey, but I don't know how to tell them. I am supposed to be leaving in the beginning of August. What should I do? Thanks in advance if you can still help a bit, but if you can't, thanks. P.S. Josh, we really need to have a discussion about your first tattoo. I'm thinking Logan's initials, Naya. I could not agree more. Either my face or...
Whatever you do when you tell your grandparents, do it lovingly and without a tattoo. Like, I feel like if you do it with a tattoo
I disagree. I think tattoo it on your arm, I'm moving out. I think is what you should get.
That's going to be too much for them. All right.
Well, they might be focused on the tattoo part. Then the news will be, it'll kind of soften the blow.
Yeah, you're just trying to get her kicked out.
I'm kidding.
You're trying to get her kicked out so that it's easier to move to New Jersey.
I mean, I know this makes it maybe tougher because you do have this like deadline at which you do, and maybe you've already done it. I don't know. But like, you already have it in motion. You already have the place. You have the job. So even if they're not okay with it, you still get to do it. Mm-hmm. And I know it doesn't necessarily make it better, but you at least now have that. You get to know that in your head that like, well, no, I'm already doing it. And that's part of when you tell them, you're like, well, I've already made. Not only have I made this decision, I've already put all the gears in motion for this. And so I hope you guys can be okay with it. Mm-hmm. But this is what I'm doing next. Mm-hmm. And they may not take it well. They may not. And I think a hard thing, especially with with parents, with grandparents, the hardest thing is like, yeah, they might not take it well, but it's not really up to them. And that sucks. I mean, but they love you, so they'll come back around.
Also, who knows? They might be excited, like not in a way that they don't want you around, but just in a way of like, okay, this is nice. It's gonna be different, but it's also nice. It's nice to have your place with your partner, but it's also nice to have family there. But
really build up the excitement of the opportunity, maybe.
Yeah,
and you might be able to hype them up too.
Yeah,
of being like, this is good for you. You seem really excited.
They'll be like, get out now.
Yeah, go.
Leave.
Why wait till August? Mm-hmm. Go wait in front of the place.
Yeah.
Go do it.
Well,
and especially, it also sounds like you haven't lived with them like forever. You said about the last year.
Yeah, so they're also used to not living.
Yeah, they know a life without you there. Yeah. So it'd be weird if now they're like, nope, you're never leaving now.
And then they lock the door. Thanks so much, Naya, for writing in. We appreciate you.
And we hope that helped. I'm not sure. That one, I'm not sure if we helped.
I'd love to have a talk with your grandfather.
He seemed great, actually.
Yeah, he seems really fun. He seems like one of those dudes that's exhausted with stuff, and he's done holding his tongue about it.
Well, that was the thing, too. As much as he did just start yelling Bible quotes at us, at the end, we started just kind of messing with him, and he was also, like, playful back.
Yeah.
Because I told him, I said, hey, come to Iowa, and he's like, I'll be there. So it's like, he obviously also has a joy and a sense of humor. So hopefully,
if they take it poorly, just tell them you're joking.
Yeah, and then just come August, you won't be there.
Yeah, and then just move. Well, thanks so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking up to catch...
If you're looking up to catch. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, at Josh Johnson on Twitter, Josh J Comedy on Facebook, and Josh Johnson Comedy on YouTube and TikTok, where we're going to be posting clips of the show. And if you're looking for Logan, you can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. And if you want to get into the mailbag, you can either send me messages there because we read them, or you can email us, joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. You can also join our Patreon. We have bonus podcasts and videos and live virtual shows. Patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We also have this month a live, an in-person one, a not on a computer one, a human one in a room. Yeah. Union Hall, that is July, 27th, that Wednesday? Mm-hmm. Yes, July 27th, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Tickets are still available. If you are in the area, come out. The one we did last year was incredibly fun. I'm super excited to do this one. And then right after that, we're in Philly. So if you're in that area, catch us. We're doing 3 nights? 3 nights. Yep. The Punchline in Philly.
Also, this is just for YouTube, little thing. Click on other videos. They'll be popping up over here, over here.
Oh, are we doing that now? We're doing
the over here, over here, over here, over here,
right
and
here.
Have a great week. We appreciate you. Over here, over here, over here.
Let me just put another arm around my buddy.
Let
me
do
just
that.
come on.
Don't
Let's
do
go.
that.
It's a nice picture
don't
of the
that.
two of us. Come on.
Don't do that.
Hey.
Over here, over here.
Over here.
Over
right here. Right here. Right here.
Over here.
I love you.
We can stop recording.
Wow. Wow. Left me hanging. Say it.
I'll never say
it
on the record.
He's said it before.